You wake up, the sun's just creeping through your curtains, and you're ready to seize the day. But as you shuffle to the mirror, something stops you cold. The reflection staring back feels older. Not just the lines on your face, but a deeper exhaustion in your eyes, a stiffness in your step, a quiet ache that whispers, "Is this what 65 and beyond is supposed to feel like?" Does that hit home? If you're nodding, you're not alone. After 65, so many of us wrestle with unspoken struggles, fading energy, nagging health worries, the sting of loneliness, or even the fear of losing our independence. And here's the kicker: the way you start your morning could be silently speeding up that aging process, stealing the vitality you deserve. We've all been there. Maybe you're like my friend Clara, 69, who told me she'd sip her coffee, scroll through her phone, and wonder why her days felt heavier, her body slower. She didn't realize her mornings were setting her up to feel older, faster. Or maybe you're like Tom, 67, who confided that skipping breakfast and staying glued to his recliner left him winded just climbing the stairs. These aren't just habits, they're traps. Traps that dim your spark, erode your strength, and make you feel like time's winning. But what if I told you that small, intentional shifts in your morning routine could turn that around? That you could wake up feeling sharper, stronger, and more you, with the dignity and independence you've worked so hard to keep? Here's the truth. Aging isn't just about years ticking by. It's about how your body, mind, and spirit are treated in those first precious hours of the day. The wrong choices, like skipping nutrients, ignoring movement, bottling up emotions, or forgetting hydration, can pile up, quietly accelerating decline. But the right choices? They're like a daily reset, a way to honor your body and reclaim your zest. You're not just getting older, you're living, learning, and growing into a version of yourself that radiates resilience. And who wouldn't want that? In this video, we're diving into 4 morning mistakes that could be aging you faster after 65, and the simple, powerful fixes to stop them in their tracks. These aren't quick fads or empty promises. They're hard-won lessons from real people who've faced the same struggles and come out stronger. Because you deserve mornings that lift you up, not drag you down. You deserve to age with grace, not grudgingly. So, are you ready to rethink your routine? To step into each day with a little more fire in your soul? Stick with me, and let's uncover the secrets to mornings that keep you vibrant, independent, and unmistakably you. 1. Skipping a nutrient-rich breakfast. All right, let's talk about the first morning mistake that could be aging you faster after 65. Skipping a nutrient-rich breakfast. You might be thinking, what's the big deal? I've been grabbing a piece of toast or skipping breakfast forever. But here's the harsh truth. Starting your day with sugary junk or nothing at all is like trying to drive a car with no fuel. It sputters, stalls, and wears out faster. When you skip a proper breakfast, your blood sugar spikes and crashes, your energy tanks, and your muscles, already fighting to stay strong as you age, start to weaken even more. Over time, this habit doesn't just leave you sluggish, it accelerates physical decline, making you feel older than you are. Sound familiar? Let me introduce you to George, a 68-year-old retiree who thought he was doing just fine. Every morning, George would shuffle to his kitchen, pour a cup of black coffee, and maybe grab a donut or a sugary cereal bar if he felt fancy. By noon, he was dragging, his hands shaky, his focus fuzzy, and his body feeling heavier than it should. George chalked it up to just getting old, but then he noticed something worse. His strength was fading. Simple tasks like carrying groceries or climbing stairs left him winded. He felt his independence slipping, and that hit his pride hard. George didn't realize his breakfast habits were starving his body of the nutrients it needed to thrive, speeding up the aging process with every skipped meal. Here's why this matters. After 65, your body's ability to maintain muscle mass and energy naturally declines. Without the right fuel, protein, healthy fats, and complex carbs, you're not just running on empty. You're taxing your heart, brain, and metabolism. Sugary foods or skipping meals altogether spike cortisol and insulin, which can lead to inflammation and even cognitive fog. You deserve better than that. You deserve mornings that power you up, not pull you down. You've worked too hard to let a bad breakfast rob you of your vitality. So, what's the fix? It's simpler than you think. Commit to a nutrient-rich breakfast every single morning. Swap out that donut or empty coffee for something that nourishes you. Try a bowl of oatmeal topped with fresh berries and a sprinkle of chia seeds for fiber and antioxidants. Or go for a couple of boiled eggs with a slice of whole grain toast and avocado. Protein and healthy fats to keep you steady. If you're on the go, blend a smoothie with spinach, a banana, Greek yogurt, and a scoop of protein powder. Aim for balance. A mix of protein to preserve muscle, complex carbs for sustained energy, and healthy fats to keep your brain sharp. It doesn't have to be fancy or time-consuming, just intentional. George made the switch, and within weeks he felt the difference. His energy lasted past lunch, his mood lifted, and he even started lifting light weights again, reclaiming his strength. That's the power of a proper breakfast. It's not just food, it's a daily act of self-respect. So ask yourself, are you fueling your body to age with grace, or are you letting this mistake steal your spark? Make the change today. Your future self, the one who wants to keep dancing, gardening, or chasing grandkids, will thank you. 2. Neglecting gentle movement. Let's dive into the second morning mistake that could be aging you faster after 65. Neglecting gentle movement. You might think, I'm not an athlete and I'm too old to start exercising now. But here's the reality. Skipping movement in the morning isn't just a harmless habit. It's a silent thief. It stiffens your joints, weakens your muscles, and saps your energy, making every step feel heavier and every day feel older. Without those small, purposeful movements, your body starts to betray you, and that can chip away at the independence you've fought so hard to keep. Does that ring a bell? Meet Susan, 72, a vibrant woman who loved her morning routine of coffee and scrolling through her phone. She'd sit for hours, catching up on news or chatting online, thinking she was just taking it easy. But over time, Susan noticed her knees creaking more, her back aching, and a scary moment when she nearly fell getting up from her chair. That fall shook her confidence. She started avoiding walks with friends or even short trips to the store, fearing she'd lose her balance again. Susan didn't realize that her sedentary mornings were speeding up her body's decline, making her feel frail and stealing the freedom she cherished. Here's why this is so critical. After 65, your muscles and joints need regular movement to stay flexible and strong. Without it, you lose muscle mass faster, your circulation slows, and your risk of falls skyrockets. That's not just about physical health. It's about dignity. Being able to move freely means carrying your own groceries, playing with your grandkids, or simply getting out of bed without fear. Neglecting movement in the morning sets a sluggish tone for the day, and over time, it compounds into a body that feels older than it should. But the good news? You don't need a gym or marathon-level effort to turn this around. You just need to start small and start now. So, what's the solution? Kick off your morning with 10 minutes of gentle movement, something so easy it feels like cheating. Try a simple stretch routine. Roll your shoulders, reach for the sky, or touch your toes to wake up your joints. If you're up for it, take a short walk around your backyard or down the street, letting the fresh air lift your spirit. Or try chair yoga, perfect for easing into movement without strain. These small acts boost blood flow, loosen stiff muscles, and even spark endorphins that make you feel alive. The goal isn't to become a fitness star, it's to honor your body's need to move so you can keep doing the things you love. Susan gave it a shot, starting with 5 minutes of stretching each morning. Within a month, her knees felt steadier, her energy soared, and she was back to walking with her book club, her confidence restored. That's the magic of gentle movement. It's not just exercise, it's a declaration of your strength. So ask yourself, are you letting stillness steal your spark, or are you ready to move and reclaim your vitality? Take that first step today. Your body, your independence, and your future self, the one who wants to keep exploring, laughing, and living fully, will thank you. 3. Ignoring emotional check-ins. Let's get real about the third morning mistake that could be aging you faster after 65, ignoring emotional check-ins. You might think, I'm fine, I don't need to dwell on my feelings. But here's the hard truth. Brushing off emotions like loneliness, stress, or worry every morning doesn't make them disappear. It buries them. This raises cortisol, clouds your mind, and wears down your body, making you feel older, faster. Left unchecked, these bottled-up feelings can steal your joy and even blur your memory. Does that sound like something you've felt but never named? Meet Linda, 70, a retired teacher who thought she had it all together. Every morning, she'd sit with her coffee, staring out the window, replaying worries about her kids moving far away or her shrinking social circle. She'd push those thoughts down, telling herself, just get on with the day. But soon, Linda noticed she was forgetting small things, names, appointments, and her spark was fading. She felt disconnected, even from herself, and it shook her sense of dignity. Linda didn't realize that skipping emotional check-ins was aging her mind and body, turning quiet mornings into a battleground of unspoken stress. Here's why this matters. After 65, life's changes, kids leaving, friends passing, or health shifts can hit hard. If you ignore those feelings, your brain and body pay the price. Chronic stress from unaddressed emotions spikes cortisol, which can harm your heart, weaken immunity, and even shrink parts of your brain tied to memory. That's not just about feeling down, it's about losing the vibrant, independent you who deserves to thrive. You've carried so much in life, you don't need to carry silent burdens too. The good news? You can start healing with a simple morning habit that takes just minutes but gives back years. So, what's the fix? Make time for an emotional check-in every morning. Think of it as a gift to your soul. Grab a notebook and jot down 3 things: how you feel, 1 worry on your mind, and something you're grateful for. This isn't about dwelling, it's about releasing. If writing's not your thing, talk to a friend or even say it aloud to yourself. I'm feeling lonely, but I'm thankful for my garden. You could also try a quick gratitude practice. List 3 things that bring you joy, like a warm sunrise or a kind neighbor. These small acts lower stress, clear mental fog, and rebuild your emotional strength. If you're feeling isolated, pick up the phone and call someone. It's a brave step to stay connected. Linda started journaling her feelings just 5 minutes a day. Within weeks, her mind felt sharper, her heart lighter, and she even rekindled an old friendship. That's the power of emotional check-ins. They're not just self-care, they're a stand for your worth. You're not just getting by, you're living with purpose. So ask yourself, are you pushing your feelings aside, letting them age you quietly, or are you ready to face them and reclaim your inner fire? Start this morning. Your mind, your spirit, and the you who wants to keep laughing, loving, and shining bright, especially after 65, will thank you. 4. Overlooking hydration. Let's talk about the 4th morning mistake that could be aging you faster after 65. Overlooking hydration. You might be thinking, I drink coffee or tea, isn't that enough? But here's the stark reality. Skipping water first thing in the morning leaves your body parched, dulling your skin, fogging your brain, and straining your heart. Dehydration doesn't just make you feel off, it quietly accelerates aging, sapping the vitality that keeps you feeling strong and independent. Ever wonder why you're hit with headaches or feel sluggish before lunch? This could be why. Meet Robert, 67, a retired carpenter who prided himself on his toughness. Every morning, he'd start with a strong cup of coffee, maybe 2, thinking it was all the liquid he needed. But over time, Robert noticed his skin looking dry and papery, his energy crashing by mid-morning, and chronic headaches that made him irritable. Worse, he felt frail, like his body was betraying him. It shook his sense of self-respect. He'd always been the guy who could handle anything. Robert didn't realize that his coffee-only mornings were dehydrating him, aging his body faster and dimming the spark he wanted to keep. Here's why this is a big deal. After 65, your body's ability to retain water decreases and your thirst signals aren't as sharp. Dehydration creeps in easily, stressing your kidneys, slowing your metabolism, and even muddling your focus. It's not just about dry mouth. Lack of water can raise blood pressure, weaken muscles, and make your joints creakier, robbing you of the ease to move freely. That's not just physical. It's about dignity, about being able to live life on your terms, whether it's gardening, dancing, or just getting through the day without feeling worn out. The fix? It's so simple, it's almost too good to be true, but it's a game changer. So, what's the solution? Make hydration your morning's first win. Before that coffee or tea, drink a full glass of water, about 8 ounces, right when you wake up. Add a slice of lemon or a pinch of natural electrolytes like a dash of Himalayan salt to make it refreshing and boost absorption. If plain water feels boring, try herbal tea or infuse your water with cucumber or mint. Sip it slowly, letting your body soak it in. Throughout the morning, keep a water bottle nearby and aim for another glass or two before noon. This small habit rehydrates your cells, sharpens your mind, and keeps your skin glowing and your heart steady. It's not just water, it's fuel for the vibrant life you deserve. Robert gave it a try, starting his day with a glass of lemon water. Within days, his headaches eased, his energy steadied, and his skin looked brighter. He even felt strong enough to start woodworking again, reclaiming his pride. That's the magic of hydration. It's a daily act of care that keeps you thriving. So, ask yourself, are you overlooking this simple step, letting dehydration age you quietly? Or are you ready to drink up and reclaim your strength? Start today. Your body, your mind, and the you who wants to keep living boldly, especially after 65, will thank you. Now let's pause and reflect. Which of these morning mistakes caught you by surprise? Maybe it's skipping breakfast, sitting too long, bottling up emotions, or forgetting that glass of water. Whatever hit home, I want to hear your story. Drop a comment below. Tell me the one habit you're ready to ditch or the new one you're excited to try. Your words might just spark a light for someone else watching, someone who's feeling the same weight of aging and needs that nudge to shine again. Sharing is powerful, and this community is all about lifting each other up. And if these tips stirred something in you, don't let the momentum fade. Hit that subscribe button and join our tribe of vibrant souls who are rewriting what it means to age after 65. Every week, we're sharing hard-won wisdom to help you live with strength, grace, and unshakable dignity. You're not just getting older, you're getting bolder, and we're here to cheer you on. So, comment, subscribe, and let's keep this journey going together. Here's to mornings that fuel your fire and a life that feels as young as your spirit.